I am Iron Man. Alright, let's see what this thing can do.
Hey guys, if you like my content, please click on that thumbs up button and give this video a like so I know to make more videos like this. And if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to Big Hunter channel. My name is Hunter, and on this video, I'll be showing you guys my mock of Avenger Tower. Now guys, this Avenger Tower mock video is going to be 3 parts. On this video, the first one, I'm going to be showing you guys pretty much the exterior. I did start on the interior, but it's about, I would say, like 20% done. On the second video, which is going to be a little bit shorter video, I'll be showing you guys the finished interior. And on part 3 of this Avenger Tower mock series, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build an Avenger Tower like this. Maybe not to the same scale. This build has approximately 250 doors and about 450 plus windows there. This is about 4 feet tall, and I understand nobody's going to take on a project like this. So the way I'm going to show it on part 3 is I'm going to show you different techniques, and also I'm going to share with you guys my tips when it comes to building an Avenger Tower. So it's going to be kind of those things that you can pretty much build in any scale you want. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but go ahead and if you're new to my channel, click on that subscribe button. If you already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click on that notification so you can catch that video if you are wanting to learn all the building techniques that I've used, and if you're interested in building an Avenger Tower like this. Now, having said all that, let's go ahead and move on. Let me go ahead and show you my mock. So I'll go ahead and roll in some pictures as I speak so that you kind of know what I'm talking about. It's better if I show you a picture as a comparison. When I was building this, I really wanted to get certain angles and certain aspects of the build correct. There's little variation on Avenger Tower, the Marvel Cinematic Universe Avenger Tower, but there's a repeating aspect of the building. So I wanted to really get that part right, or as close as I can, really. And like, for example, this right here, this angle right there, kind of comes up diagonal. That I really want to get that right. Now on top here, I wanted to just kind of mimic what it looks like on the Avenger Tower. The top section there just kind of curves. So I try to mimic that as best as I can with Lego, and I end up using this macaroni piece to do that. And on part 3, when I show you guys how to build that, that's going to be really fun to show, because if you just look at the picture and if you have these elements, go ahead and try to build it yourself, you're going to find that there's no clutch when you start building it. It just sits up there, and you just kind of tap it with your finger, and the whole thing just falls apart because there's no clutch. But you just put in the last 3 pieces, and it just kind of magically like stiffens up like a muscle, and it's just stiff. Let me show you how. Yeah, you see that? You can tap it like this, and nothing happens. Again, when you're just building it up, it just falls apart if you just breathe on it. So that's gonna be really fun to show. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I'm going to show you how to build all that, how this is sitting up in here. Actually, this I can probably just show you real quick. So on the back, this is just sitting on there, and on the back side, I'm using the bricks with the notch there. And on top here is those door rails, and that's where the door rail part is just sitting on here just to capture it, keep it from moving too much. And it should be flushed in the same angle as this, that it's a straight line, angles up, and then swoops up like that. As I mentioned, Avengers jet could sit there. I think it droops like one plate, but you know what, I'm okay with that. I mean, as long as it's not drooping too much. And this is there to give it support. And one other thing, I mentioned that this doors with the bars across, this one is different. In that this is actually a door. It kind of looks like these doors, but this one actually opens up. And that's there for a reason. That's not because I ran out of these kind of doors or anything. Now this Avenger Tower, just like the Sanctum Sanctorum, has an accessory. And of course I'm going to call it an accessory because I don't think it's necessary. But it might enhance it. I could do with it or without it. But I did build out this little landing part for Tony Stark. And some of the movies, Avenger Tower, there's this landing pad, and then some of them didn't have it when I was searching the images for the Avengers Tower. So I made it so that I could do or do without it. It just sits on these 3 studs here. This is all tiled up, but I left this open so I could go ahead and put this, and Tony Stark could land. Where's my Tony Stark? I can't find him, but he could land, and as he walks in, his suit comes off, I guess, and a little gold thing that comes up. But again, I thought nice little accessory there. And really, I could probably need to switch out this as well to one of these doors. So the Iron Legion joist could fly out. And I wanted to show you guys. It comes off. Now, first of all, this is by making this modular and 2 floors right here. That really helped out because I tried to make this in one long piece and it was not going to work out. Things were, even with all the plates and bricks backed up, it was just, the whole thing was just too long and it was bending. Even this bends very, very slightly. It's flush against this bricks here, 75 slope bricks, and I'm really happy about that, but there's slight bend, but not enough to notice by a naked eye. But yeah, so here's the interior. I didn't start on the interior on this floor, but let me show you that this does come out so I could get in there. And up here it's just a little detail, little black bar things, but arm things, but it comes down. I can pull on that and this just comes out like that, and then this thing makes for a nice little handle that I could grab onto. And this panel here captures the door and prevents it from falling out by accident. As you can see, I did put in Technic bricks in here just for support, and the floor sitting here also is attached to the inner wall here, so that helps out. Of course, the bottom one, there you go, this part comes out. And as you can see, I did start on the main floor, and then the second floor there. I don't want to get in, you can see what I'm doing here. You can see that's like restaurant there, you can see down there, there's like a little museum thing going on, and security checkpoints and stuff like that. So you could kind of see what's going on here, but I'm not going to get too much into it. I don't know if you can make out, but down there is a fight scene of the X-Men. They're part of Marvel, so I decided to go ahead and put Marvel minifigures in there. So it's going to be different scenes of Marvel minifigures. Well, ones Lego gives us anyway. So there is that. So I'm going to put this back. Alright, and on the back side of the building, this is probably, I would say, the most boring view of this building because it's just kind of flat. I mean, these are round here, but these are just kind of flat buildings, so actually it looks like a just regular high-rise building, other than the fact that I have Ironman minifigures in here. So starting from the very top, I have the original comic version of Iron Man, which came in the Macro Fighters set, and they changed out the legs to longer legs, and they changed out the arms from yellow to red. I think it just makes it look less comical. And we have one of our first Iron Man that we received. Actually, this one is the first one, I think, but here's Mark 6 with the triangular unibeam right there. And the next one is the Mark 7 with the large circle unibeam chest piece there. And by the way, these all open up because the idea is that wherever Tony Stark is in the world, he just calls on his suits, and these doors would open and they would just fly out. I could have done a Hall of Armor inside, but just, you know, I would put all that effort and I would have all this Ironman minifigure and it would be really hard to see, so I decided to do it this way. It's an empty spot there. Next one is Mark 17, the Heartbreaker, which is, I would say, one of my favorite Iron Man. And I am missing the Silver Centurion, but once I acquire that minifigure, that's the place it needs to go. And then, I believe that's Mark 33. And then we have Mark 37, aka Hammerhead. And this is the one that goes underwater, specialized for underwater. And Mark 39, Gemini. And this one, of course, is for space missions. And I had to skip a whole row because this is like the Tony Stark's laboratory, and you could see War Machine there. War Machine does have a separate entranceway for him on this side, and I'm going to show you that later too. But there's 3 War Machine minifigures that we know of. The one that's gray, black, and then the Iron Patriot, which I need to acquire as well. But there's 3 spaces for War Machine on that side. So anyway, moving on down, we have the lot of gold in the suit, the Mark 42, and then the small Unibeam Circle Mark 43, and this is so 42, 43, 44. Now 44 is of course the Hulkbuster, and I'm just saving a spot right there. Obviously Hulkbuster wouldn't fit there. Hulkbuster is supposed to be stored out in space, and then so I just had a space. I just put a little space like that to note that's for Hulkbuster. But as we get Mark 48 in the, well, most likely we'll get the Mark 48 after the Infinity War comes out, in which case I'm pretty sure LEGO will give us Mark 48, and I'll just have to move everything over, and Mark 48 will go at the end. But anyway, moving on. So 44, 42, 43, 44, 45, and then 46. So 45 has that hexagon Unibeam integrated into the circle there. And then 46, so 45, 46 is the Unibeam with the integrated trapezoid shape, and then Mark 47, which is has just basically like the 46, but has a lot of silver in the printing there. So that's all the Iron Man figures that I have, and. Of course, again, I'm missing the Silver Centurion and the Iron Patriot, but I'm going to pick those up later. And I do have the new one that came out with the different face masks. I think that's going to be the Mark 52 Iron Man, the comic version. So I don't know if it really fits in here. Maybe I'll just move these down and then put them next to the original comic Iron Man. Of course, from here and to there is all MCU Iron Man, which is different from the comic Iron Man. So I did organize this a little bit. So all these figures here are the House Party Protocol suits, if you remember from the movie. And of course, Iron Legion is part of House Party Protocol. So these drones don't have mark designation, but we know that there's 5 of them. There's 4 in there. Probably can't make out. I just need to pick up one more, and then I'll have all 5 of the drones that's controlled by Jarvis. This is the entrance to Avengers Tower. I have no idea what the entrance looks like, to be honest with you. I could not find any pictures of the entrance. Hardly any pictures of the interior, so most of the interior and stuff like that, it's just my imagination. It probably doesn't even look like anything like what I built. So, but that's part of the fun of it. I could be creative on the interior. But I thought Avenger Tower required a sliding door, since it's a pretty high-tech kind of place. So this is actually the entrance. You can see the security checkpoint there. You have to go through like a metal detector, x-ray kind of thing, kind of like from the Total Recall movie. I don't know if you guys know, it's an old movie where the character goes in through like an x-ray, and then the security could see what's going on or what they're carrying and stuff. So anyway, there is the entrance, and these are 2 exit points. And we have a little lamp or light right there. and just a reminder that this is still Stark Industries Avenger Towers, but there's Stark Industries sticker there. Take this part off. Sorry for the shaky camera, but so what I'm building up in there is, obviously you see the elevator in the back, right there, Captain America, but you see Avenger members like in a glass case. It's not like the characters like frozen in ice or anything like that. I got the idea to make this when I went to San Diego Comic-Con, and on the floors they had Justice League members in mannequin and costume, and people were just standing in front of the glass taking pictures and stuff like that. So that was what I'm creating here. But obviously Avengers, the original members. That's why Vision is there, kind of thinking, hey, where's my spot? I started to put in Hulk in there, but anyway, moving on. The second floor, there, it's like a little cafe. I'm planning to put in like a little thing right there where they could walk up and order food. Haven't done that yet. Third floor, we have a little fight scene. Cyclops shooting his laser vision thing. And little fight scene. Something I just threw in real quick because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with that floor. And it's also missing this, the floor right here too. So, yeah. This floor here, let me take this out. Hyperion and Captain Marvel. I'm also missing a floor right here, but there's 3 floors on this section as well. Another thing that I had no idea what it really looks like is like the entranceway from the landing pad. Like the Lego video game, there's just doors and elevator, and there's nothing there. But I really didn't like that, so I did build up little rooms in there, which I'll show in part 2. This floor is pretty much done. It's like the science laboratory area. And let me show you the other side where War Machine flies in. We'll open up. Well, whatever. But and these things here, they slide in and out, and they turn around, so it could be facing this way. Fly out, fly in, and it'll turn. But you'll see better when I show the interior pictures.
War Machine, time to armor up.
Guys a sense of how big this Avenger Tower is. On the left is my mock of Sanctum Sanctorum, and on the right of Avengers Tower is the Brick Bank. Be sure to click on that like button if you like this MOC. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Would love to hear from you guys what you think about this MOC. And thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching. This is Brick Hunter signing out, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye!